and I'm here to talk a little today about AI agents, or the buzz or trendy word, which is not trendy for us, for Mulesoft, which is agentification. We all know the AI, it's really exploding, right? It's a trend. Um, and all the companies are really investing in AI, and now we are seeing AI agents everywhere, becoming so popular. And we are here to demonstrate that Mulesoft and Salesforce is really happy to help our customers on this new, area, this new moment of AI. According to the IDC, we in by the end of 2025, companies are going to invest $300 billion in AI, but less than 20% is really, ready to extract the best from AI. So this is where we really need to demonstrate here today, to really focus on here today, and show that Mulesoft is ready to help our customers. Um, if you see today, a medium and a large company have approximately 800, 900 applications on its ecosystem, and it's really difficult to manage all those applications, and some of them are really going too complex to integrate. And but that's not the point here. The point is that the next phase, or the next step, is those applications are really becoming an AI agents. So to integrate all those applications, I think we have a lot of solutions in the market, but integrate AI agents, Mulesoft, it's the one at this time ready for that. Um, if you see in a company, you see a lot of agents for every area, on financial, on employee, on customer relationship, on all the business areas. You have agents, and the question is, how do you integrate? How do you make those AI agents communicate itself? How do you govern those AI agents? How do you protect them, which is really important today? And we see today that we can help you with that. Um, so this is an explosion, a real explosion of AI agents, and uh, the future is basically to have companies, how they will manage such complex environment, right? So if you talk about Mulesoft, we are basically ready for all of this, for apps and systems, agents, APIs, agents. So for the protocols, which is really important here, the protocols which are new, MCP and HUE, which is basically new in the market, we support that already, and we are every basically week or month we're launching new connectors for AI agents. We're really focused on that. It's really fast to have a Mulesoft for that, because you don't need to take care of anything about building custom or something else. Mulesoft is really delivered for every connector that the customer needs. So if we go to the to separate that in the three levels. So in the governance, we have agent discovery and access, API management, and agent governance. So we, on the level of the govern all those ecosystems, Mulesoft have the solution for that. And if you need also to orchestrate, so system protocols, agent to agent interactions, we also can see that on the Mulesoft solution, where you can see how agent A is interacting with agent B, etc. You can really have logs for that. You can really see what is happening behind the scenes, which is really important, right? When you talk about AI, it's not a magic box. You really want to see what AI is doing. So, um, So build your agent foundation faster. It's really what Mulesoft is helping you here. So instead of you implement and have all the complexity with the MCP protocol, because most of the companies don't even know how MC protocol new works. So Mulesoft is delivering that, it's abstracting that to its customers. So let me talk about here uh, what we call API lead architecture from Mulesoft. It's actually an architecture created by Mulesoft, so it's a future proof foundation. You know, as soon as you build that. So if you see, we have layers here, basically three layers that we call. The system layer, where you have system APIs which communicate directly with its backends or other solutions. We have some examples here like Stripe, NetSuite. In the other level, we have process layer, which is basically where you have your process API, which interact with some of your system APIs and sometimes direct with the backend, creating another experience for another level, which is the experience layer, which is the one which you really interact with your user experience interface, like your website, your customer mobile apps, your CRM, which was you have on your contact center, some of the dashboards, B2B business, B2B portals, for example, that your company needs. So, but as soon as you build your ecosystem with this architecture, you're really future proof. You really have a strong architecture ready to scale, ready for the future. So, and Mulesoft will help you with that. So, it's really an architecture that can really grow and securing that you will be really healthy in the future and will not need to migrate or think in your architecture. No, we think about that already. So, but where the agents join here? So if we go to the experience level and user experience uh, layers here, you will have your digital workforce, which is basically where you have your search agents, your agents for sales, marketing, whatever. You need an agent, and we think that is basically for every area we need an agent. Every area of the business we need an agent. This is where you are ready for business growth. So if we go to the uh, there's another diagram here. You see the protocols, which will really, if you have your API, you will see that your API will have another layer that we created for agents. So it's pretty simple. We'll see this in the practice in a few minutes in the demo. So um, basically, what we are talking here, it's a future proof with Mulesoft, right? It's where your company will build your MCP layers. So if you need also custom MCP layers, we the Mulesoft will be also ready for that. You just need to add that component, you add that it's like a plugin, right? And you have your API being answered to interact with your LLMs. We will see that in a minute. So, introducing you to AI Connect, Mulesoft AI connectors. We have AI Chain, Agent Force, Heist, and MCP, HOE, and some for which is actually new, Inference Vector, and Mulesoft Processor Project Connector, which is for some of the community that develops its our agents. So Einstein also it's an all Mulesoft connector created by Mulesoft. We can explore later on this. So if we, I will. So this is the Agent Fabric, which is basically the solution we are here. So we have a pretty simple screenshot here showing all the agents, being connected itself and exploring, where each one you can see where which agent is calling which agent and requesting what kind of information, what kind of information is being responded to that agent, and what exactly is being replied to the customer to require the information. You can even add some policies here. You can add some security blocks here. For example, if you think that security number, social security number, for example, it's GDPR information, you can also block that here. Um, so if we uh, talking still about the agent fabric, you have four main pillars, which is basically discover. You have a catalog for all the agents you have. You can also see create, and not just create, but conduct process orchestrators. Govern, also apply security and compliance clauses to what we're talking about. And observe, gain visibility about agent to agent relationship. Um, Talking about the discover, here you have as soon as you deploy your agents, you go to the exchange area in Mulesoft, where you have that your agent you just deployed, and not just the AI agents you just deployed, but also you can see some from the market. For example, an AI agent for Confluence, for Jira, for example, or something like that. Also, on the agent broker, you can also orchestrate. You can create your like YAML, which will describe the Mulesoft and the broken, where you will be able to create your MCPs. Vern, here you secure, inspect, and manage every agent-to-agent system interaction. This is where you see the connect on an HOA or MCP. When an agent is connecting to another agent and requesting what that information he's requesting, what is the response, and you can also track and monitor here if you have any information which is not good and you need to adapt. Observe. This is a very interesting view from the product, where you see all the agents where it's connect to each other, and you can click on those icons here and explore more. So you have a huge and the whole visibility of the agents communicating with each other. So let's go to the demo here. I don't want to spend a lot of time on those. So this is I have a pretty simple API which connects here to your backend. Let me just open here the Postman request. I think I have seen Mulesoft here already. Okay, so if I call this API, which I just deployed, it's a pretty simple API. It just responds with the inventory. This is the same SOAP from your legacy backend system, so it's just respond with the inventor. So if I want to make this this API works as MCP, I just need to create here and add list registers called to no MCP. I just need to add the MCP client. It's pretty simple like that. I just need to add the MCP client, create here a connection to where the MCP will point to, which is basically this API, and give it here a name here, and it will be working fine. For this API, I will just not change that, and if I see, it's pretty simple. So you see that I just need to add three connectors here, which I can show you here. This is the consume one, so here is it's taking some time. This is your we are simulating your backend, so it's pretty simple here to expose your SOAP legacy system to a REST API. So this is a more modern API returning the JSON format. So I also created here a pretty simple web interface, which is a connection to that API and answer with that information. No, it's pretty simple. So this is the same being replied by the API here. So this is fast. This is pretty simple. I really developed this in a few clicks. So what it means? It means you can expose your legacy SOAP API to to a REST, a modern and secure API, a JSON one, a REST one, in a few minutes. It's pretty simple. What we can do also else here, let me back to, which is we have the Mulesoft. We can talk about this in a second. Okay, let me just back here. Okay, so what it means for what clients are. So why Mulesoft? Back into Mulesoft. Why Mulesoft? Enterprise grade governance. So it provides it's a market share leader for integration and API management. There is no doubt about that. We are a leader on what it's supposed to provide. And now we are joining the agents area, so we are 5 times faster in project delivery per WDI connectors. So there's nothing in the market that can reach those numbers. Unified platform, we connect everything. So you can even need your own infrastructure with custom Flex gateways that you can deploy in your own infrastructure, but most of the clients are going to use our Cloud Hub cloud, which is basically you don't need to worry about infrastructure. It's what the business wants, right? Really create an API in a few minutes, in a few seconds, and deploy this in a few seconds with every secret source. You can also have AI tools that can help you not just create those API, but develop that for you, or even validate that for you. We can show that later. So if we go to the main areas that every company is worried about. So for the marketing area, so it's really important that if you can deploy your API in minutes, of course that every campaign for market can be deployed in a week, in a day, it will make your new campaigns faster. You can really launch a new campaign tomorrow, creating a new API or a new AI engine if you need. For CIO, it's really, really important because it will really reduce your costs, because if you can develop an API in a few minutes, you will need less developers than you have today. Deliver the process that you need faster, and improving the compliance and the security. You don't need really to worry about that as you worry today. So we have validation components on the system that can do that for you. If you go to the enterprise architecture, which you think in a more low level about the architecture, you will also make sure that you can reduce duplication. You can even deliver fast new integrations. And as we saw in the API lead architecture, there is a separation of concerns, and also the most important, future-ready architecture. If you go to sales, which is really near to the market here, it provides a really APIs faster, which will enable you to go faster to the market, fast code generation, and also retrieve more information to the business. Like, what about an API that shows me how many t-shirt sales I sold last month? So basically, that's what we are talking about here. We are really to really help the customer becoming more simple, not just for API, but now for AI agents as well. So talking about Mulesoft vibes as well, so it's something we have also, which is new. We have here integrated in Visual Studio. So this is the our LLM, basically integrated to the Mulesoft and Salesforce as well. So if we go here, I can, for example, uh, mm, let me try this. Change the URI for API from to just inventory. It's a pretty simple request, so it takes some time here, just thinking, and he will go to the t-shirt.xml, which is project, basically the XML of the project, and he will go to it. It's open here, and it's a pretty simple example, but it shows the powerful of this tool because it can help not just in it just changing the inventory, right? If I go here to stop the service and restart again, I could have just restarted here. Start new, okay. If we go here, let me just show this here, close this, you will see that the service is not working anymore, okay? It's not working because it's putting the I think it's just free. It's always happening when you're doing presentation, right? Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's just stop it. Let me put this up again. Okay, it's adding it up. All right. Show the terminal here. Okay. And okay, there we go. And voila. So, which is just a one. It's of course it's a pretty simple example of AI can do here, but it could be any other example. You could ask AI to, can you make sure this API is secure? Can you make sure this API have all the governance I set up or I define it? Can you deploy this on Cloud Hub? So commands like that, it's pretty simple that we can do in everything. This is a technology which is evaluating a lot. We're going really fast, and not just the platform is ready for AI agents, but the platform is also ready to use AI as well. So we have our own agents, and we are going to use that. So